Hi, this is Stacy and I want to discuss managing of your career. Here's the objectives. Your career. First of all, you should think of your career as a process throughout your entire life. No matter what field of nursing you want to enter, jobs are likely to be available. However, career-minded people don't want to take any position that is offered. They carefully figure out what best meets their needs in terms of their career goals. You want to make sure that you enter the professional thinking you are going to be in a ready state to enter your career. So you want to think about what are your career goals, what do you want to accomplish in nursing. And the key is to determine that you fit the position, that the position doesn't fit you. So the key is to determine that the person fits the position. If you look at the table on page 547 in your text, career styles. What do career styles mean? If you are in a steady state, you have consistency in the position with increasing of professional skills. So this is direct care nurses. If you are in a linear career style, you are in a hierarchy orientation with steady climb. And so this is a nursing service administrator would be example of this lineal career style. If you are an entrepreneur or in a transient career, you desire to create new service meeting your own priorities. So these are nurses who are in private practice or they take on temporary assignments. A spiral career style is rational, independent responsibility for shaping their career. So it's a nurse who returns after maybe raising a family would be this type of career style. So when we think about person and position fit, whether you are looking at the first position in nursing or this is your 5th or 15th, whenever you consider a position, you need to think about the position and how you would fit within it. Many organizations expect most of the adaptation to be done by the employee. So you have to ask yourself a series of questions about a particular position. Does it contribute to your overall goals? How is the position structured in meeting your personal needs? What benefits offset any downsides of the position? And so forth. So organizations believe that they can adapt their position to fit the person they want to execute the work. Those organizations may support job share programs. They may be able to adapt the hours that you're going to work. They may be able to reassign a portion of the patient or the responsibilities of the job to another position. So you just want to make sure, remember that no one will offer to change anything unless you clearly articulate why it's important and why you would be the right person for that position. Managing your careers. Remember that very few people have the same position their entire life. Can the position contribute to your overall ability to increase your skills and competencies? Are there benefits of the position so that they're so enticing that it offsets the limitations? Assess the position through the vision, the mission, and the values of the organization. And remember that most managers are promoted within organizations, or most leaders are. So you may pick a position that isn't the exact fit at first with the intention of moving up the ladder. So how do you market yourself in your career? You can use a curriculum vitae, which is used a lot in education, or a resume, and also then you will use professional letters such as a cover letter, thank you letter, or resignation letter. So what is a curriculum vitae? A curriculum vitae is simply a listing of anything that relates to your professional life. It includes dates, places, positions, and roles, and it provides no richness except that of quantity. If you are going to use a curriculum vitae, you want to make sure it's current. Is your email address professional? or is it overtly casual, like crabbynurse@gmail.com? What is the font size? Usually you use Times Roman's font size of 12. Can your contact information be easily located? And that should be at the top of your curriculum vitae in bold. And does it highlight your recent accomplishments? A resume, on the other hand, typically does not list anything. It is designed for a certain position or role, and all the content is geared towards that position or role. So every time you apply for a job, you adjust on your resume. So which should you use? You use what the prospective employer wants you to. If they give you no direction, then you should use a resume, or when in doubt, use a resume. Cover letters. Well-developed cover letters will market you as a professional. Cover letters serve several purposes. The point of the cover letter is to reconfirm the position for which you are applying and the date and time of an interview, if such is known. Using it as a marketing device to achieve one of the purposes, to emphasize your best strengths, to provide examples of your ability, to illustrate your diversity, and again to add more information that maybe wasn't highlighted in your resume or curriculum vitae. And you may be asked to email your resume or curriculum vitae, in which case use the email. You can put your cover letter right in the email, and don't forget to check it for grammatical errors and spelling errors. What are the critical elements of an interview? Going to an interview prepared with questions means that you have learned about the organization and position ahead of time. Be sure to know their terms so you can seek clarity about values and beliefs while using their words. You can assume that people will want to know what kind of person you are and what kind of work you are seeking. They want to know what you see as your strengths and what others would say about you. They want to know about your experiences and what experience do you have for the position you are applying for. They want to know, are you a team player, and how do you resist peer pressure and in doing the right thing for patients. And assume they want to know about any errors you have made and what you have learned from them. There's a nice box on page 555 in your text that goes over an interviewing checklist that I think would be something good to archive away and pull out when you work towards your next new job. Remember, when you go to interview, there are no guarantees. However, you are more attuned to the interview itself when you are prepared in advance. You can respond more quickly when the right position comes your way, and you can adjust information to highlight your best when you have an organized system. So you need to have a resume ready to go at all times, because you never know when a career opportunity is going to come along. Professional development. Professional development is key. We always need to look to advance ourselves, whether it's through academics, continuing education, getting a certificate in leadership and management, being involved in professional association. A key message from the Institute of Medicine report, The Future of Nursing, Leading Change, Advancing Health, is that nurses should achieve high levels of education and training through improved education systems that promote seamless academic progression. Although there is hope that such seamless systems will exist in the future, nurses most often have to forgive their own paths to academic and career progression. So it's important to stay actively involved in education and in scholarship opportunities, and always work to advance yourself. Should I join a professional organization? Absolutely, you should join a professional organization. What do professional organizations, how does that benefit you? You can get discounts on continuing education and professional journals. It is a place that promotes professional standards beyond the individual workplace. You can seek certification through professional organizations. You have quick access to staff experts. You get news on legal, legislative, and educational issues. There might be a group insurance plan for professional liability. Travel search services such as auto rentals may be available at reduced rates, and there may be discounts at retail services. So it is important to be at or a member of a professional organization. So if you go on and decide to go into a graduate program, what are things that you as a nurse should look at, and or as a consumer of an academic program? You should look at accreditation. Is the program accredited? What is the clinical and functional role? So, and you also want to look at the number of credits you're going to have to take. Is there a thesis or a research project that you're going to have to do? Some programs require a thesis, and some programs do not. You need to look at faculty. You know, how well educated are the faculty? Are they doing current research? Is there any flexibility in the program? You know, a lot of programs say you have to take a class every 8 weeks. You want to look at how long do I have to get that done. So for instance, when I got my own master's, I didn't want to go to class every 8 weeks. I didn't want that stress, so I took a class every other 8 weeks, and I had 5 years to complete it. You want to look at what does it take to get admitted to that program, and you also need to look at the cost. Don't always look at, oh yeah, this is online, it's easy, accessible, everybody says it's easy. That's not why you consider a graduate degree. You consider a graduate degree to expand your expertise, and you want to do that in a way that is the best bang for your buck and going to get you what you need to reach your career goals. And I wish you luck in the future as you go towards your career goals. What is important in your career? You always need to network. You never know when you might need that person or need their expertise. Update your curriculum vitae or your resume, because you never know when the perfect career opportunity is going to be there. You should find a mentor, be a mentor, and self-mentor yourself. Focus on your strengths. Think about your future. Set goals. Read professional journals. Always seek to advance your education. Join professional organizations and attend professional meetings. They're just energizing, and they just revive that professional drive inside you. So again, I wish you all the best of luck.